I got to bring it in, and the same way that I need to love on those people, I need people to love on me too, right? The same grace that I have for people, I need those people to have grace on me too. It goes both ways, right? It's not just a one-way street. It's not always just this way or that way. Like, it's a two-way, always continuing with each other. And so um sometimes we gotta take a step back. And I was talking to my dad earlier, and just having a great conversation with him. But it reminds me of, right, of what Jesus said, right, when he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, right? And sometimes, like, we have to be like, we need to forgive people because they might not know what their actions are doing to us, what their words are doing to us, how they're behaving towards us is what they're doing to us. But also, you got to look at it in the same aspect of, forgive me. What, maybe I'm doing something wrong that I'm not realizing. Maybe I'm speaking death over you instead of life into you. Maybe I'm the one who has an attitude. Maybe I'm the one who's this and that. Forgive me for my faults, right? And for the things that I've done to hurt you. And so, the things that maybe I don't know that are hurting you. And so it goes both ways once again, right? And it's constant. It's like that repeat button on the radio, like with your favorite song, and just keep repeating, keep going around, keep going around. It's the same cycle, right? We want good cycles, good healthy cycles, but being able to see things in those perspectives. And so being able, like, they might not know what they're doing, but maybe I don't know what I'm doing either, and it needs to go both ways, right? Let's see. Okay, it says, unforgiving. Let's see. Unforgiving thread can be like drinking a poison, expecting the other person to be sick. Right? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, can you think of that? Like, can you even fathom that? Like, after like you say it, right? You're like, man, why would I want that? It's definitely hard sometimes. Intentionally choosing joy can be the answer. Yes, we have to be transparent with what is truly happening or has happened. Yes, we definitely have to be transparent. Like, um, and I always say that transparency and vulnerability are two different things. And the reason why I say that is because being vulnerable, in my perspective, in my eyes, is really getting to those deep, dark, like, deep parts of you and deep south of you that you wouldn't normally open up with anybody else, right? Like, to be more practical, right? Like, being transparent, right? Like, when people ask me about relationships, like, yeah, man, I've been through bad relationships. I've been through an abusive relationship. I've been through domestic violence. I've been, being transparent. Like, I used to get jumped in school. Like, I used to, like, a lot of stuff. Just being able to be transparent. But then being vulnerable is being able to tell those things that intimately happen to you, those things that hurt you that you've never opened up with other people. Maybe you have, but most of the time, most of us haven't really opened those vulnerable parts, right? Maybe some of us have, but more than the majority hasn't really opened into those deep, deep parts until you're ready. So being vulnerable with people too is a whole nother level, right? But yes, being transparent and vulnerable. Sometimes people hurt others because they themselves have been hurt. Come on, that is so true though. Like, right? We always hear that saying, hurt people hurt people. And it's true because, like, if you think about it, if you look back at it in hindsight, right? Like, I've hurt people, people have hurt me. I've done things to people, people have done things to me. But you look at your state of mind of, like, when you look hindsight and, like, in that season of your life, and it's like, man, why did I do that to those people? And it's like, oh, because you were hurting as well, right? And so it's so true. Like, um, hurt people, and they just do that, right? And it's or what's the other saying that they always say, misery loves each other's company, or something, like, misery always finds misery, or something like that. And it's so true. Like, if you think about it, you're always like, oh wow, like, it really is like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then Michelet said, and sometimes the safest place to share it is with a professional, and that's okay. And that is so true, because sometimes we don't have those people that we're able to talk to, right? Sometimes, like, we just don't. And I don't know about you, but why is it when we go to places like a hair salon or whatever it may be, you could even be in the grocery store. Come on, I found myself doing that sometimes. Just talking to the lady in the grocery line and sharing my whole business with her. And it's just so easy for you to open up to somebody that you feel like, I don't know why. Is anybody else that way? Like you just start opening up to people that like you don't even know because you're just like, oh, I don't know why. Just something overcomes you and you're like, I'm gonna just share my whole entire feelings with them. And I might not ever see them again. Maybe that's why, I don't know. But there's just something there that like you share with the stranger more than you share with the people around you. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just weirdo like that. But it is a safe place to talk to somebody, a professional, a therapist, whoever it is that you might need. And, that's what they are there for. Find one that fits you, that you're comfortable with, and that you're able to go to. So if you don't have the friends or family that you feel safe or comfortable with to talk with, then I would say yes, definitely go to a safe place as well as a professional or therapist, that you are able to speak with them and talk with them as well. And so, let's see. I laugh out loud. I have been the repentant of that in the grocery store. Girl, let me tell you, those people are probably, whoever's there is like, how your day going? Probably like, man, I asked the wrong girl. Because, usually people are like, oh, doing good, and then just keep going about their day. That's what everyone does, right? Like, even if you're having a bad day, you're like, oh, I'm good. But then there's people like me who be like, let me tell you my story right now, okay? This is what's happening. And they're like, why? I just came into the store for bananas and Capri Suns. That's it. That's all I wanted. And now I got this girl telling me her whole life story. I am probably the one that has shared my whole life story with you, Michelet. But then, then they'll be more careful next time when they ask somebody, how you doing today? No, how you really doing? See, that's what happened. They had the open invitation to your girl when they said, how are you doing? I'm like, good, I'm doing good. And they're like, no, but how are you really doing? And then you're like that little character, the like little eyes, the little, what is it, that little cat that has like the big eyes, and he starts crying and you're like, oh my god, and then you just totally like break down. Yeah, that's what happened. See, they shouldn't have said no, but tell me how you're really feeling, because I did. I shared with them how I was really feeling, and so I'm gonna just leave it there. I'm gonna just leave it there. But y'all, I'm excited for the things that are to come, and super excited for this next series to happen. And so, if you, my biggest thing today is just love on people. Like, it's hard. It is. It is hard sometimes. Come on. It's easier to love on those that are lovable, right? It even says it in the word. But it is a better thing to love on those, especially to those who we feel, right? Who we feel, not who God feels, but who we feel don't deserve it. But everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves to be loved on. Because, come on, let's be real. We're probably that person at one point, right? We're probably that unlovable person at one point. Um, it could be even after you just get off this live. You could be unlovable. Let's be real. Like, we all get to those points, right? But, like, there's just something about showing true, genuine love and loving on people. And so I'm super excited for this series that's going to be coming up in August called Love 'Em Anyways. I do have a guest next week. He'll be on the show. And so just restarting over. Sometimes you gotta hit that restart button, right? So your girl has hit the restart button and starting fresh. And I am just so thankful for y'all. I'm so thankful for you guys always hanging in with me, tuning in with me, and going on these crazy adventures with me. And I say they're crazy because sometimes your girl don't know what she's doing. Let's be real. So we're gonna just leave it there. Your girl don't know what she's doing sometimes. But super excited for all that's to come, and just truly blessed. Even just talking to my Hefe a little bit ago, like even just reflecting, like, man, I'm gonna be celebrating 5 years here on the radio, and so we're gonna be doing something super huge for that, super big for it, and I'm just excited that I have been able to be here when you're having fun. It ain't a job when you're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun. Is that the saying what they say? Time flies when you're having fun. And man, time has flown. I can't believe it's already going to be 5 years coming up that I've been with the radio station, and it has been nothing but fun. Let me tell you, there's been some ups, there's been some downs, there's been some tears in here, there's been some falling off the chairs. I don't know what's happening in here. And just so many things, but so grateful for it. And before I head out today, I just want to let you guys know it's just on my heart because we're talking about Love 'em Anyways. That's the next series that's coming out. So if you just jumped in, or maybe you're just listening to the end of this, 3 years ago today, my brother passed away. It was something that hit our family very tremendously. A lot of emotions, a lot of things that have happened. And I just want to say to you today, just because my brother and I never had like that really close relationship. There's more on my story. You can always go back and check it and know the story behind it. But love on those that are around you today. Forgive those that are around you today. I don't know who it is that you just need to pick up. It's like the word forgiveness is on pardon, right? Like when you pardon somebody, like when someone pardons you from something, like you're letting go of like those things that were offensive. You're letting go of those things. And maybe you weren't even the offender, but that you go and ask for forgiveness, right? You go and ask, and they might look at you crazy. I know like growing up, that's how my dad always taught me. Even if it's not your fault, go ask for forgiveness. But with pure intentions, with a pure heart. Like go ask for forgiveness. And my advice for you today is that the people that you might have things with, um, maybe it's something fresh. Maybe it's something that like that person always comes to your mind, right? Maybe it's something that's happened a long time ago. Um, who knows? Maybe a couple months ago. Could be years ago. Like, just ask for forgiveness or give them the forgiveness that they need, right? Um, there's just something when we can reconcile and be able to forgive. And I never got the chance to tell my brother I forgave him. I never got the chance to let him know how much I loved him. I never got the chance for that. And I would never wish that on my worst enemy ever. I would never wish that on anybody. Of those woulda, coulda, shouldas, right? Those things that you play back in your mind, like, man, if I just would have went and asked for forgiveness. Man, if I just would have went up to my brother. Man, if I just would have went up to my sister and told him how much I love him. Man, if I just would have went up to my dad. If I just went up to my mom. If I just went up to that person and said, man, I love you, I forgive you. Even if they were the offender, man, if just being able to release it, being able to say, I love you, I'm here with open arms. And again, it might not that you might not be able to be friends again. You may not ever be able to hang out and talk again. Some environments are toxic that you, even with forgiveness there, like you just have to separate and go, right? But to be able to release not only yourself, but release them, release each other of those things. And today I would just say, like, as a memoriam for my brother, right? Because this is when my brother passed away, and 3 years ago to this day. Um, and that's still one of the things that, like, man, I wish that I would have been able to tell my brother that. But now, in that place, when I can ask for forgiveness, I ask for it. When I need to ask for forgiveness, I ask for it, because man, you just can't let things linger, and you gotta let those things go. And just thinking and reflecting on my brother today, reflecting on those things, you know, just in short, I remember praying that morning and just talking with God. And I remember one of the prayers that I asked him, and I said, God, break me. It's a dangerous prayer, right? We always say, God, you know, give me a new heart, give me a new mind, give me a new spirit within, right? We always see these prayers, but a lot of people will not pray that dangerous prayer of God break me, because when God breaks you, you will know it. You will know it to its fullest, and it could be in that moment, it could be a couple months from now, it could be years from now. But when you ask that and you truly say, God, break me, like, He'll do it. It's no joke. And I remember that day I walked in, it was July 21st of 2020, and I remember praying that prayer, walking into my job, clocking in, getting into my register, and getting that phone call. And in my mind, when I prayed that prayer, I already lost everything. I was like, what else could go wrong? What else could happen, right? But praying that prayer and then getting that phone call that your brother, we just found your brother, we found your brother passed away, we found your brother dead, and receiving that phone call and never being able to tell my brother I forgave him, never being able to ask him for forgiveness, never being able to let him know how much I truly loved him, right? And so I say that to you today because, as in remembrance of my brother and remembrance of those things that we can control, if we can control it, if it can come out of our mouth, if you still have the breath to speak it, ask for it, give it, and show love with a pure intention and with a pure heart. And so that's all I'm going to leave you with today. And whoever it is, whoever might pop into your mind right away, I think right away when we hear something like that, we always have those people in the back of our mind that they pop up. That person popped up in your mind, call them. And even sometimes, we're never going to get the chance, right? Maybe they're not here. Maybe they're not here just like my brother's not here. And you'll never get that chance to say it. But man, like, there's just something, even just like going to God and just, man, God, like, I asked for forgiveness. I did that with my brother, man. I asked for forgiveness, and I never went to him and asked for forgiveness while he was here on this earth. And so sometimes we're not going to get that opportunity to speak to that person. We're not going to get that opportunity to actually ask them. But going forward, give it to those that need it. And like ask for it when we're the ones who done something, and just being able to just love. And it's so much easier said than done. Come on, guys, I know this. We all know this, right? It's so much easier said than done. But if I can leave anything with you today, I would just say, if that person is still here, if you can talk to that person, ask them or give it, either way, right? And so, y'all, I'm just so excited for this new series coming up called Love 'Em Anyways. It's gonna be good. I'm probably already giving a lot away, so stay connected. Next week we'll have a guest in studio. We haven't had a guest in studio for a minute. I think Michelet was our last guest in studio. No, Levi was our last guest. But we're gonna be having more guests and more talks. And so, y'all, if you can do me a favor, tell your friends to come to this page. I'm going to leave a topic subject that's going to be pinned. I'm going to pin that tonight here pretty soon. Once we get off the live, there's going to be a picture that says topics. And y'all, let me know what type of topics y'all want to hear about, what you want to talk about, what other people might be afraid to talk about, but maybe we can talk about it on here. Or what are those things that, even if you don't want to put it in the comment section, DM us. Let us know. We want to know, because we are here for you. We want to give you what you want, and we want to give you what you want to hear, and talk about things you want to talk about. And even if it's just fun, going out there, talking about music, talking about the top 5 that's happening. Come on, I don't even know what's going on. So many things are changing all around. But y'all, we're here for it. We're here for it. We're here for topics. We're here for music. We're here for everything in between. Come on, somebody. And so, y'all, let's start this other half of the quarter and end it on a good note, right? Starting in August, because July is almost over. For from August on out, let's end this year fantastic, amazing, with a lot more memories to have, a lot more transformational, inspirational topics. And so I can't wait to discuss them, and I can't wait to share them with you. And so thank you today for tuning in. As your girl is back, we're back on the roll of KUHS Denver, the stream here on Ignite with Melissa. Tune in every Friday at 4 p.m. Mountain Sexy Time, as we like to call it. But for those of you that are not familiar, 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And as you can tune in all over the world, we are not only local here in Denver, Colorado, but we are international all over the globe, and that you can stream us live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year on KUHSdenver.com. And so thank y'all for tuning in today. And if no one has told you, I want to remind you today that you are loved, you have purpose, and you belong. Believe that, receive that, and know it. There are people such as myself and others on here who are constantly praying for you, praying over you, praying with you. And I just thank you guys so much for tuning in. And so your girl signing out for this Friday. And stay cool, y'all. Drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water and mind your business, okay? Okay, but no, drink plenty of water. You could be nosy, just still mind your business. Don't be out there, the lawnmower, in the middle of the night, or your vacuum on the grass, okay? Just drink your water and sit out there on the porch instead. Okay, all right, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for all my followers, all my fans. Thank you for those of you that are new here, reintroducing myself to everybody at this point, and starting fresh, starting anew, hitting that reset button, and your girl coming back in full effect here on Ignite with Melissa. And so I will catch you here next Friday with our guests in studio. So love, peace, and God bless y'all.